What's going on? Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Gaming Aisle, episode 44. We're recording this at about 10:09, September 7th, 2025, the first official Sunday of the NFL football. So happy and excited about that for all my sports fans. I'm with you. So it's going to be a fun, great day. I am joined by Johnny
Hello.
and Caroline.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good. And of course, I'm your host, Andre, and I think we're gonna have a fun show with some maybe passionate talks about a couple things, maybe very passionate. We're gonna find out. Silksong released this week. We're gonna talk about two Metacritic lists that I don't necessarily agree with. One, Metacritic talked about their best games of all time, and another is their top Nintendo. They ranked every Nintendo franchise, starting from like 44 all the way to number one. So that's a pretty skewed list, if I would say so myself. I don't know if I agree with number one, but I know somebody on here who does already. I know someone who agrees with the number one Nintendo franchise. At least I'm thinking so. They have a shield and a sword, but whatever. He or she, whatever you want to call them. But anyways, let's get started right now. I think I want to begin with one of the Metacritic lists, actually, before we get on Silksong. I wanted to give one of the Metacritic lists. So Nintendo did their top 10 games of all time based on score. And let me pull it up for you right here. All time. There it is right there. I'll try to zoom in if I can. But Caroline, you're the one who kind of brought this up. What are your thoughts on this right here? Let me go through the list first. Number one, Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Number two, Soul Calibur, GTA 4, Galaxy 1 and 2 for the Wii, the Breath of the Wild, Perfect Dark 2000, which is insane. Tony Hawk, and we always talk about sports games. I mean, what in the heck is going on right here? Red Dead and Grand Theft Auto. I think that's 5. Grand Theft Auto 5. Maybe it's 4 or 5. I can't tell, but Grand Theft Auto 5. Yes. So, Caroline, what do you think about this list? And you like it? Anything wrong with it? What's your thoughts on it?
I mean, there are a couple things right with it, like Ocarina of Time should be number one, but I'm obviously biased because that's my favorite game of all time.
I think it is number one, right?
It is number one, yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But like, it's very Nintendo biased. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but like, and I'm not saying that Nintendo is, like a bad, franchise, but like there are a lot of other good games out there, and I don't know, like I think Grand Theft Auto should be higher in the list. Personally, I'm not sure why Mario Galaxy is there, but I also haven't played it. I think there are good Mario games, but for the most part, I don't know. Like, but so this list is not necessarily based on opinion and judges. It's based on like scores. So, there's a lot of things wrong on this list, but some things I do agree. Soul Calibur 2 is the most surprising for me. Like, it was a good game, but not that good. I think it was Soul Calibur. Oh no, it's just regular Soul Calibur.
Yeah,
I think
for the Dreamcast.
The second one I thought was better. But
Johnny, thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's a complicated topic because I think, do we know when Metacritic even started? Like when was Metacritic a thing? Because, so I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the Zelda games. Ocarina of Time, actually, so this might be a hot take too. Between the two games, I've actually come to prefer Majora's Mask over Ocarina of Time. I love both of them, but I think Ocarina of Time existed before Metacritic was even like a
2001.
Okay. And when did Ocarina of Time come out?
Like 97.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess just to say that anybody that's rating Ocarina of Time is looking through like nostalgia, which probably definitely influences its scores. And I say that just because obviously the list is wrong because the number one game of all time on the list isn't Clair Obscur, because that's clearly the rest of the list must just be at least one spot off, if nothing else. But yeah, actually, so I obviously there's if this is like the community ratings, what people are saying, it's kind of hard for me to argue about that if these are like really popular games. Though my list would look very, very different from what's on here. Before the show, I was saying a little bit that I didn't really like the Mario Galaxy games. Maybe it's just my my dumb training of being on like side-scrolling games or like flat 3D games, walking around on like the planets was just really just kind of disorienting to me when I was playing Mario Galaxy, and I just could not really. I didn't like it as much. I'll say that. So yeah, I don't know. I think the games are. It makes sense that people like those games. I didn't see anything that was like, oh, what the heck? Except I know Perfect Dark is beloved. I think it's kind of a cult classic game, if I'm gonna label it. So I'm surprised that it had. I'm surprised it had that high rating. Is it just on like the high rating, or is that? I wonder if it accounts like
it's based on the Metascore. Perfect Dark's Metascore was 97. Its user score was 8.3.
Okay, and the Metascore is that's critics or that's community based, or the Metascore is like
based
both,
on 30 critic reviews.
Okay, critic reviews. Okay, critics are idiots.
Kind of like kind of like Rotten Tomatoes.
Sure, critics. Yeah, people with critical opinions are idiots. I say very self-aware that I'm one of them. Definitely, yeah. Who can trust a critic? Nobody.
For movies,
throw the list out. It's stupid. Of course, every critic would say Ocarina of Time was the best game ever. That's the safest thing to say in the world. Of course, they would say that. I hate this list.
It got from Checkout, it got 100. From Nintendorks, it got 100. From CNET, it got 90. Agent 00, 10 out of 10. And there's just a couple of them. It just goes down.
If any critic were to criticize Ocarina of Time, they would be instantly like set on fire. Of course, they're going to say that. Of course, they're going to say Legend Ocarina of Time is the best game. It's really good. I get it, but it's not. I would say I don't think it's the best game of all time.
So there's no Final Fantasy. That was my other issue I wanted to mention. Like, I'm actually surprised there wasn't like any JRPG games on that list.
And top 24. No, wow, okay,
that's a good point. And also there was no GTA 4 was higher than GTA 5. What are you kidding?
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? Who?
My opinion is this list is crazy. It's horrible. It's a lot of things that I'm not gonna say on the air that have curse words in them. But this list is insane. People, you two might totally disagree. I'm sure BJ will disagree. But when people talk about sports games, and D-Lo talks about they're the same thing and this and that, I kind of put fighting games in that. They do add stuff just like sports games technically add stuff. But to see Soul Calibur 1 on here number 2, that would be like to see Madden number 2 for me. Like, to me, that's just like insane.
And yeah, I feel like. Sorry to interrupt, Henry.
Oh well, you're fine. Go ahead.
Yeah, I feel like this list is more like games with. Ooh, I'm gonna use a young person word. Games with aura. It's like an aura measure of these games, because if you say some of these games, people are like, oh, that game is like mythical in how much people liked it. But it's like I think their aura is beyond their actual fun or their actual likability, if that makes sense. And I think that's especially true of Soul Calibur, because it's like if you say Soul Calibur, every person playing fighting games instantly knows what you're talking about. It's so ubiquitous that people outside fighting games know what you're talking about. Probably same thing with Street Fighter 2 though. But to have it the number 2 game of all time, it's sort of like, what are you talking about?
There are better fighting games out there too.
Yeah. And then when I also look at the list, another hot take, I'm just sure this is really hot. You guys mentioned GTA. I don't like GTA is great. The stuff you do on GTA, I play GTA. I'll probably play the new GTA if it doesn't cost $100. But those games, when you compare them to like a Clair Obscur or a Legend of Zelda, that doesn't scream like greatest games to me. The GTA games do not scream greatest games. When I'm going down this list, a Red Dead Redemption, a Metroid Prime, some of the Mario games, Half-Life 2. I'm just looking at the games that I'm looking at right now. Baldur's Gate 3, which I love. Like, GTA games don't scream greatness to me. I know people love them, but I once again put GTA in those pools of the Maddens in the sport. They're like they're going to do some of the same things, and then they're going to make it a little bit bigger. Like Madden and 2K is a little different. That comes out every year. GTA comes out and they expand a little bit or expand a lot and do some of the same things they've been doing. But I don't put them in like the top tier games. I mean, I could be wrong, but I just don't.
Can you pull the list up again, Andre? I got
Yes.
more bones to pick as we're talking because
Let's pick some more bones.
I think
Yes.
when you scrolled down, I did see Baldur's Gate on there somewhere.
19, I think.
19. You're telling me that Baldur's Gate is a
21.
21. You're telling me that Baldur's Gate is a worse rated game than Perfect Dark? I mean, Perfect Dark is fine, right? But Baldur's Gate is like second best game of all time, second only to Clair Obscur. I don't know.
You had 3 Mario games beat it. That's actually shocking to me. And again, I love the Mario games. Don't get me wrong, but are they, to your point, Andre? Are they like great?
Some of them are, but I wouldn't say all of them.
Right.
And Halo is 14. Halo is 14. Okay.
And my other thing is like
these 30 guys or girls.
What game was I looking at? Like I've talked with Johnny. I think we talked on the podcast of how like when I look at these lists and they're ranking consoles, GameCube gets shitted on, and GameCube is a big part of my life. I personally love Mario Sunshine. I know it's not the most popular one. A lot of people don't. That's not like I would take Mario Sunshine over some of these Marios that I see on this list. Like maybe that's just me.
I think Metroid Prime is a GameCube game. Definitely is Definitely is a GameCube game, and was in the top 10. I think it was 8, 9, something like that.
I think it was 11 or 12.
11. Yep, 11.
Oh, Metroid Prime was 11. I thought it was in the top 10.
That was a great game. I
mean, 3 GTA games in the top 12. That's just screaming no for me. I'm sorry. I'm not being that. That's just screaming no. And 1, 2, 3 Mario games in the top 13.
That's weird. Yeah.
And then I'm sorry. I'm trying. Tony Hawk number 8. That doesn't make any sense to me. I'm sorry. Number 8.
Yeah, I've still got mixed feelings. Maybe I should make my own list someday, and then
we gonna make some lists. Don't worry.
I was gonna suggest we should do our top, like one of the episodes. We should do like our top 5 games of all time.
We're gonna make some lists.
I suspect even with my own list, I'd have problems with it. I'd probably be picking it apart after I made it. But I guess so. I'm not too bothered by so many Rockstar games occupying these high spaces here. I'm kind of confused that 4 is higher than 5 because I think 5 will like obviously since GTA 3, GTA has always been super popular, but 5 was like a new era of popularity. It's like everybody is playing GTA, everybody and their children are playing GTA, and there's like a whole like online like role play scene for GTA. People will host their own servers and like pretend to be cops and stuff. And that's awesome. I'm like the new GTA created like a canvas for people to have new experiences in gaming, which I think is fantastic. So I think 5 deserves a higher rating. I think 4 was fine, but
4 was really popular though back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And to be okay, so 4, I was trying to look. So Zelda was the only one with a 99, Soul Calibur 98, GTA 4 98, and then the next 4 through 12 all were 97s.
I bet a bunch of these critics never even played Soul Calibur.
I bet you they didn't.
Shills, all of them.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's one. Oh yeah, and then I'm happy to see Red Dead 2. That was Red Dead 2, right?
I think it's 2. It's 2.
Red Dead 2 is a masterpiece. It's there.
So they got that one right.
that one's really, really good. There are some qualms that there's no such thing as a perfect game except for one. But Red Dead 2 is pretty dang close. It's actually, sorry, let me open up my grief banks here. I liked it a lot. I'll say that. There's some narrative stuff in Red Dead 2 that I didn't like, but I'm glad to see it in the top 10. That's fine.
Johnny, speaking of your GTA points, one of the best things I've seen online. It's this close to being a year ago. I seen a guy, they were playing GTA online. They were role playing. The dude went into the gun shop where you buy the guns and stuff. He shot the gun owner. And then, and remember that role playing this is online. So he shot the gun owner. He went behind a counter to act like he was that NPC. So then another real character came in and was like trying to purchase guns, and he just gunned him down. He just gunned him down. And I was just like, this is like amazing, man. Like he just thought it was an NPC. He came in there and he just, I was like, all right, man, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still mad. I played GTA. This was GTA 5. Yeah, GTA 5 at the beginning of GTA 5. I played GTA online with my friends. You have to have like money accrued and stuff like that. So it's like real life because we tried to go into the club and they didn't let me go into the club because I just created my account. So I didn't have any money to get into the club. So
Yeah,
my
people
friends,
take it really seriously. Like it's people spend real money on this stuff. People, it's hey, and if you're having fun, more power to you. If you're having fun and nobody's getting hurt, go forth. That's my opinion on anything people do.
All right, let's move along to something new. Get off that list. Hopefully, you guys seen a little bit of the footage. I just want to get. I got some thoughts on. I have some thoughts on everything today. 007 Firstlight. They PlayStation and Sony had a state of play. Showed off a lot. I'm seeing a lot of people like it. It's getting mostly positive talk in the comments and the forums. So I just want to kind of feel. I'm gonna bring up some B-roll right here, but feel like get your feelings on what you guys think of GTA. If you think it looks original, or like what do you think of it? I mean, not GTA, 007. Sorry, 007. Johnny, let me start with you, man. What you think?
Yeah, I've got a very fond history of playing the 007 games. I think so. I know that GoldenEye is another. The original one is another game with aura. I'd say it's like when you say it. I think there's a clip out there of like someone saying, "Who thinks GoldenEye is the best shooter ever?" And like everyone at the table raises their hand or something like that. And it's just like if you go back and play it now, the controls are just like not compatible with our current scheme of things. I know that there are ways to change it so it's actually playable now, that sort of thing. But I think the game that I played the most was probably Agent Under Fire. And in that one, I remember going through the missions and trying to get like the gold 007 like rating. And it was super fun, super challenging. And I think 007 is a classic kind of character. I think it's the male power fantasy character, sort of like at the most extreme. And this might be a hot take. I think the culture is maybe more open now to a male power fantasy character being popular again. That might be a too spicy topic for a gaming podcast.
Not at all.
But yeah, I think it feels like a 007 game now could be more successful than it could have been maybe 10 years ago, based on where the perception of masculinity is in the world, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
C-Line?
So I definitely love the James Bond series in general. This is like the first James Bond game where I'm actually really excited about it for a while. So going back to GoldenEye was actually like the one shooter that where I put in hundreds of hours in, just like replaying it and playing with like my siblings. It was a lot of fun. Kind of going back to that list, it definitely, I think it should have made that list. I don't know if it should be top 10, but it was a lot of fun and I really much enjoyed it. So this one looks really good. I really like that there's so many different gadgets you can use now. The story seems pretty it's good so far. My understanding is that it's James Bond when he was young, and like this is what he was doing, or like I guess the story of him like in his younger days. So the graphics look really good too. The gameplay looks good. I don't know, I would play it.
It looks more like a Hitman than the previous Bond games.
Oh,
It looks like
that's
Hitman
coming.
style.
Hey, that's coming in just a second. As soon as I get on this mic.
Yeah. So yeah, this is more. So with the James, with GoldenEye, at least it was just first person shooter the whole time. This one has like the car scenes. You have to try to get a parachute. Like there's a lot more. I don't want to say things to do. It's just a lot more interactive, or like it's more than just shooting. So for me, it's just like I'm actually. To me, I'm excited about it. It's not coming up for another 6 months or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it sounds like there's like a few kinks like graphically that they have to fix, but that's okay. Like that's what the next 6 months are for.
Well, it just says 2026. It doesn't even have a release.
Okay.
Yeah.
It looks really good. I don't know. Firstlight. Did you guys ever read the books?
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay. I'm trying to remember if this was based on a book.
zero. When if it can get lower than zero as far as interest, then I would go there. As a person who had, as soon as I got my Xbox in 2020, the first game I had was Hitman 3. It wasn't that many games, so as Johnny just said, that's all it does is remind me of Hitman. And I'm a person who loves stealth games. So it's nothing against the actual gameplay or anything like that. It looks gorgeous. It looks fun. It's just not. It ain't looking at it and watching the direct. It was just I'm like, yeah, it's really not hitting that itch for me. If I want to do that, I'll just go play Hitman. I guess that's what I'm saying. I know we got a lot of games that are alike, but and then the whole bond thing. The whole bond thing is just no. It's just no for me. I don't like when TV shows. Well, this is going on a little tangent, but I don't like when TV shows or movies change characters. I think it's stupidity, to be honest. So like I said, I can get real real crazy on that. I just think you've been watching a show for X amount of years, and then next thing you know, Carl Winslow is not Carl Winslow anymore. It's someone else. So that's to Family Matters reference. But some of these shows, when the mom changes, so every James Bond movie, I'm thinking when I always see the commercials, because I've never seen a James Bond movie, a 007 movie, they always change Bond, I believe, and that doesn't make any sense to me. That doesn't make. It's like, all right, every Harry Potter, we're gonna change Harry Potter. That doesn't make sense to me.
You mean that you're talking about the actor that's playing the role?
Yeah,
or?
the actor.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes zero sense to me. It really irks my nerves when they switch characters and stuff.
Well, they actually, like, again, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the James Bond franchise. Like, they stuck with the same Bond for a while, for like at least good 20 movies. There's like Sean Connery and Roger Moore.
There are like eras of one actor playing a role, and I think it's like once they get kind of old and like can't do it anymore, it seems like they get swept out, or at least if they lose interest. I think what was the latest guy's name? Gosh,
was it Idris Elba? No,
I know the guy. I don't know his name. I know the guy you're talking about.
Daniel Craig. I think he did 3 or 4 or something like that.
Man, Casino Royale was a great movie. Mm-hmm. I loved it. I watched it maybe 10 times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I, as a kid, I remember being particularly fond of the Pierce Brosnan versions of.
Well, that's what I remember.
That was Golden. So that was the GoldenEye.
Tomorrow Never Dies.
Yeah. So I think, as an adult, I think I appreciate other versions more that aren't so like, ooh, flashy, spy, crazy. But as a youth, as a young one, I really enjoyed the Pierce Brosnan versions. But I think, Caroline, to your point, I think that there are like eras of Bond. There are different people who portray this character, because if we were still watching, is Sean Connery dead? Is like,
I don't know,
because if Sean Connery's dead, we either would never have a Bond again if they didn't replace who is playing the character, or we'd be watching an old man try to be a spy. So I don't know. I think for certain characters, like what about like Sherlock Holmes, Andre? What about a character like Sherlock Holmes?
Well, I'm just thinking of, I guess, so I'm gonna go a little bit nerdy as far as like when you compare it to like Halloween, Michael Myers is wearing a mask. When you compare it to Mission Impossible, Tom Cruise. So once these Mission Impossibles are over, unless these James Bonds are remakes, then that's a different story. But once these Tom Cruise is the Mission Impossible person. So then if they come out with a Mission Impossible, whatever number they're on, I think it's 7, then all right, Tom Cruise went away from acting. This is, make the story. I've never really seen the Bond movies. I just know that in my mind, I'm looking at it now, but it seems like they changed often. But it looks like Casino Royale was 2006, Quantum of Solace was 2008 with Craig, Skyfall was 2012. I mean, this is over a long period of time. So Spectre 2015 and No Time to Die to 2021. So I don't know. I'm just not a Bond fan. I mean, we'll chalk it up to that. I'm just not a real Bond fan. I did like GoldenEye, the game. I did like Pierce Brosnan. I did like that when it seemed like he was pretty popular. But I'm just not a Bond fan at all. Let's see how many Pierce was in. 1, 2, 3, 4. He was in 4. So 4 Bond movies. But most of the time, like I said, Harry Potter, they wasn't just changing Harry every, But now I'm
They had
getting
to
a little
change
bit.
Dumbledore though. They had to change Dumbledore because
Yeah,
the guy died.
yeah. I mean, in that case, I mean, you have to do something. You can't just cancel the franchise. But also, it seems like there are big gaps with some of these movies. So, License to Kill came out in '89, and then GoldenEye came out in '95. So there are some big gaps between some of the movies to keep the actor, I guess you want to say, fresh or whatever like that. So, uh, yeah. But anyways, back to the game. It just doesn't, I love stealth games. You can play them anyway. I try to be as stealthy as possible. It usually doesn't work if I'm being honest. But yeah, I hope it does well. I hope it does well as it can, but it's just not for me this time. Caroline Silksong. Silksong released. Silksong's out. I mean, the world Silksong broke Steam. I mean, it broke they wouldn't even let me download Silksong. Okay, I was trying to get on Silksong. I couldn't even download it. So, give me your thoughts on Silksong.
I got the game. So it came out Thursday? Something like that. Yeah. Thursday. I got the game on Friday, so I didn't have any issues downloading the game. And I think I've already put in like 10, 12 hours in the game, and it's been amazing, as amazing as I thought it would be. Again, it's a genre that I really like, which is the Metroidvania genre. The graphics are great. Everything's running smoothly. Yesterday I played it from like 12 to like 6 or 7 or something like that, and I didn't even realize it was like dinner time until my stomach started grumbling, like, what just happened? So it's very engrossing and it's very immersive in my opinion. It's hard, but like Hollow Knight was hard, so I was expecting it to be hard. So yeah, I'll be playing this for a while. So I've been playing this in between Power World. So what I've been doing is like Power World for like an hour, and then like Silksong for like the next 4 or 5 hours for the last couple of days. So it's been great. The bosses.
How do you feel about it compared to 1 so far, the first one?
Man, it's been a while since I played the first one. I think it's just as good. I don't know if it's any better. I do remember the bosses, like there's always like a mini boss, or it's not always, like there's a lot of mini bosses, a lot of bosses, and it just gets harder, obviously, as you progress. But I think there's like significantly more bosses in this game than there were in the last game, and I think this is, from what I remember, like I'm struggling more with this game than I did with the first game. So, no, it's good. Like it's all. I literally just finished this stage right here. So they have you have like your main bosses, then you have like your mini bosses, and then you have like, in order for me to get like a new skill. So after this, I got a new like power up. So like there are like, oh man, what's the word? Basically, where you face a bunch of like smaller enemies. That makes sense. So okay. Like you have to finish that, or you're trapped in a room. You have to finish that to get the next power up. And they're not easy. Like I think in that particular room, I died maybe 10 times. So did I do this one yet? I don't think I did this. Maybe I did.
Would a person, I know BJ was talking in our chat with us, would a person would you suggest, or would they need to play the original game to get into this, or could they just jump into this?
They can jump into this. I know BJ said he wanted to do that. So the main character in this game was like a boss in the first game, who eventually became an ally. But like the main man, I'm trying to remember the name of the first the character in the first game. But this is Hornet. So she's a princess, and like she basically, like the premise of this game is that she gets captured. We don't know what happened to the main character, but like he's not in this game at all. At least so far, he's not in this game, as far as I know.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's like set in a different world. It's like she gets captured, and we're not really sure how she gets captured or why she gets captured. At least, like, I'm not sure yet. So, the difference about this game, though, so that's a Cocoon. So in the last game, like if you died, you lose all like your currency and like these rocks. So in this game, like I'm trying to compare it to. I'm trying to remember what the game is, but like if you die, there's like this little silk cocoon, and so like you have to get it before you die again, or otherwise you lose all your currency. And that cocoon has like all your like currency in it. That makes sense.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
So, and I bring that up because I had no idea that this was the case. And then like before I went to that cocoon, I died like 4 or 5 times and I just lost all my money. And I had like 1,000 of it, which is yeah. So I've been having a lot of fun with this game so far. And I'm gonna fly out to the Pacific Northwest in a few hours, and I'll be playing a good 4 or 5 hours on the flight of this game. So
Johnny, I know you know what do you think? It looked interesting. Before you say anything, I want to just give you a caveat, not a caveat. This is going to end up being a lot of people game of the year. They're already talking about it. So
you should show them that screenshot or like that website or whatever. Was it did you send it in the group chat?
What was that?
They were comparing Clair Obscur with Silksong.
Okay, like I'll look it up while he's talking. I'll look it up.
Okay.
Yeah, if people are saying this is game of the year, I can't really help it. They're wrong, but people can think what they think. So I say that in jest because I'm happy that this game exists. It's not for me. I'm not into Metroidvania. Is not a genre that I typically play. I think I played Shovel Knight, which was really fun and really enjoyed it. I played a little bit of Hollow Knight 1, and it's fun. But I think my first exposure to at least Metroid was Metroid Prime. My first exposure to Metroid was 3D. So I didn't really get the. Well, I guess I played Mega Man, which I guess would call
Mega Man's kind of
yeah. I don't know. I don't know why I don't play more Metroidvanias. But I'm happy it exists. It looks great. I know it's getting really good reception. I know the first one was really solid too. It's kind of, so from my understanding, it's kind of melding Dark Souls and Metroidvanias into one sort of game where you're hitting checkpoints and getting improvements, that sort of thing. I'm glad it exists. Happy that it's out there. Gosh. Oh, yeah. So when you were playing the video, there's something that I saw that I'm a sucker for good and subtle game design. And so something I noticed that I'm presuming this was intentional because it's too brilliant to not be, as far as I'm concerned. So when Caroline, correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like the character. Does the character have a name? What's
Hornet?
Hornet.
Yeah.
So when Hornet. It looks like Hornet has the ability to do an air attack, like a downward dash attack. So when Hornet jumps, her weapon is pointed like in the exact direction that you will be charging. So I just noticed that was like a really sleek game design to help players see and help players judge their attacks, because the weapon is like exactly pointed in that direction. Anyways, I appreciate that. So I'm 2 thumbs up.
Game. I'm about 8 hours in. Game looks great. Feels great. Looks great. Feels great. I'm gonna go with the good stuff. I can appreciate the difficulty. I love a difficult game. So the whole thing with the first time I died, and then I was like, oh, I gotta go all the way back here. I was like, oh, that's great. I like that. I like it to be difficult. I know some people want it to be easy, whatever like that. I was like, okay. I got to go all the way back here and traverse. I might not have been too happy about it, but I was kind of like, okay, I got to get back to where I was at. I like the difficulty of it. Seems like a pretty cool game. I'm going to keep playing it. It's not really there's nothing wrong with the game at all. It's not really scratching that itch for me, but I do, and I have been enjoy playing it. Maybe I need to get more skills once I unlock a couple things, the skill tree, because you don't start off with all that flying, how she was using her dress to like hover and stuff like that. You don't start off with all that stuff. So maybe once I get deeper into it, but I'm liking what I'm seeing off so far. The design, I love the design, but it brought up another question when we talk about how, and which I want to ask you guys, and D'Lo brought up something about it, which I'll read once after one of you go. But we talk about design and the game design and how it looks. When you guys are looking at game design, what exactly are you looking for? I'm gonna go through a couple different examples. Like some people say Mario looks good with how it looks, the 3D, 2D shapes or whatever you want to call it, old school Mario. You look at a game like a sports game that's depicting real life people. You look at a real picture of Johnny, and then you see Johnny in a sports game. You're like, how in the hell did they do that? Like it looks like the real person of Johnny. And then you go to something like Clair Obscur, where these human characters look like really good characters. This Hollow Knight is not necessarily blowing me away when I'm thinking of how it looks, because I'm comparing it, like looking at Mayel as a human. I guess when I'm looking at the stuff, I'm looking at like the human aspect of it. Looking at Mayel, I'm like, damn, this is like looking at Verso, like these are like real life kids. Like these people look like a person. So when you guys looking at game design, we talk about looks of things. Like Johnny, what are you exactly looking at?
Yeah, I think that a lot of things can appeal to me, because I guess I'm thinking that like I could have just as much fun and be just as immersed in like Undertale as I could with the story in Clair Obscur.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, I guess I'm not too graphically conscious when I'm looking at a game. I think things that are important to me, depending on the game I'm playing, of course, would be maybe story and like relatability. If I can feel like I understand like the emotions that the characters are expressing, or find it engaging, entertaining, that sort of thing. For me, I think graphics and art style is kind of a secondary concern, but I definitely think that I can be turned off by one that I don't find appealing. Because I think, like, what was it, last episode, I think somebody was talking about a simulator game that I was shitting all over its graphics. And I was like, oh, that game's disgusting. Why would anyone want to play it? So apparently I give some shit about graphics, but it doesn't register to me as something that I am immediately conscious of when I'm looking for games.
And would you, I'm going to go to a sidebar with this. I asked BJ this last time. Clair Obscur, greatest game ever, but it has a Super Nintendo graphics. You're fine with that? Knowing what you know now.
Yeah, it's really hard to say, because definitely part of the appeal of Clair Obscur is that it did have very fantastic graphics. But I think it is because it stood out as really spectacular. And so I mean, probably maybe a third of the game was exploring this scenery that was laid before you. So I think particularly with Clair Obscur, that was part of the experience, like the graphical and the art they created for the game, and the monsters and the music. So the environment in the game was a central feature of the game. Yeah. Same for Baldur's Gate, I'd say. I think both things, the world and the music and the graphics and composition of everything, is part of the experience. And it's, gosh, maybe that's true of all games. Oh man. Yeah. I think gosh,
it's hard, man.
It's tough. It's tough. Yeah,
because I'm gonna be honest, like, just I always go to the sports thing, knowing what I know now, and I don't play Madden anymore. But I played Madden with my nephew, so I played Madden with him yesterday. I mean, they got the Super Bowl trophy. These guys' hair are moving. They sweating. Saquon's looking. And I'm like, if you tell me the same gameplay and you take me to Madden 93, I'm not playing it, because I already know how it looks now. I'm not, I wouldn't still be doing I mean, to me, that's like, would be like a commonality among gamers.
Sure,
but BJ said no. So I mean,
I think it really depends on the type of game, because I guess the question I'm asking myself now, if Undertale had more advanced graphics, would it be a better game? And I don't think so, honestly. I think Undertale needed to be exactly what it is in terms of what it looks like. So I think sports games where they're trying to emulate like real life stuff, it makes sense that you would want the most realistic, like the most true to life graphics, that sort of thing. That makes a lot of sense to me. And stories with human characters, I think probably the better the graphics, the more easy it might be to feel with them, that sort of thing. So yeah, I think it really depends. It's not, like you said, it's not an easy answer.
What do you think, Caroline?
Sorry, in terms of like the graphics.
Look at games, like when you're looking at a game and we're talking about, the art style or visualizations, like what exactly are you looking at or looking for?
So it's I mean, so like kind of going back to the game, man. I'm already forgetting the game. The one where you're a drug dealer and like you had these like random.
Schedule one.
See,
Schedule
like
one.
that just that's it's so ugly. But like there's ugly, and there's like graphics that were from like back then, right? Like you're limited to what your graphics are limited to, like the 1990s graphics or like 2000s graphics. I mean, I told you my game of all time is Ocarina of Time, and like it's not the greatest graphics, right? Like back in the day it was. So, and to this day it's still, and again, I don't think it's necessary nostalgia at this point because the gameplay is great. Like the story was compelling. There's definitely a lot more that goes into game than just the graphics, but come on, man. Like if this was like a South Park game, okay, I understand because that's South Park. That's like, but like, why is that transparent? I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's like again, I'm not gonna be like super critical. So also kind of going back to like Clair Obscur and Silksong. Silksong has great graphics. It's a different type of art style than Clair Obscur. I haven't played Clair Obscur yet. Obviously, I'm going to be biased with my Silksong, and I think my next game after I'm done with Silksong is to play Clair Obscur. Then we can really have a debate on this. Plus, like the RPG type of style games is also one of my favorite genres. So I think it's going to be like a toss up for me. But maybe graphics is going to play a big factor of whether or not I enjoy the game. But again, you can't compare like. I don't know, like you're gonna have like different gameplay and you're gonna have different graphics, and I guess, and maybe at the end of the day, it's a matter of preference. I don't know, right?
Because they all got that like schedule one, like Johnny, kind of what you were saying. Undertale, when you mentioned Undertale was meant to be made like that. So I'm not like that's not a game where I'm talking about. But I guess we can go to schedule one. What Caroline was saying, obviously schedule one could have Hollow Knight-ish graphics or Clair Obscur graphics. Like she said, that just looks ugly. Like that's a game where they could have graphically probably improved, would have probably cost a lot of money, obviously, but just thinking of the graphic style. So games like Undertale that are meant to be made like that, obviously I wouldn't, do anything to them because I played Undertale as well. So
yeah, I don't know how about Hollow Knight with Clair Obscur graphics.
See, like that, no.
And there's also I think a difference between graphical fidelity and something just being ugly. So for example, I when we were talking about this, I was thinking about the reason that I never ever tried Roblox in my life was because of how ugly all the art looks for it and the character design. And I know that's obviously I'm a minority in that. I know everybody and their mother, especially young folks, play Roblox all the time. Totally cool. I support it. But it's a horrendous looking game. And where was I going with that? Did I just want to shit on Roblox? Maybe. I had a point. Oh, a game doesn't have to have like crazy good graphics to still be beautiful. So, for example, Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time on the Xbox. Oh my gosh, someone's gonna crucify me for that. On the N64. On the N64, all those reviewers who gave it 100 score or whatever on Metacritic are going to crucify me for that. It's very limited by its graphics compared to what we see today, and yet still a very pretty game. Like obviously, it's graphic design doesn't necessarily need top-notch, top-level stuff, but I think I can safely say that generally speaking, I don't like ugly games, and just because it has limited graphics or from a past era doesn't mean it's going to be ugly.
Yeah. Like the old Mario games are not ugly; they're just
no. And that's what I mean, like different art styles, different things. But I wouldn't like. So even that far, like looking at Super Mario. I don't even know how Super Mario Odyssey or whatever's out now, and going back to Mario 64. Like if that's Mario 64 could look like Odyssey, I would prefer that than it to look like 64. I mean, I feel like that's just common. It didn't look bad.
If it played identically, I would not mind a graphical upgrade.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So I was listening to a YouTube video, and they're talking about like release dates. We talked a little bit about this, but what do you guys feel about? And I'm gonna throw in movies because we talk about media as well here. What do you think about should a game knowing that something's coming out? I don't know. Let's say a Claire obscure movie's coming out, and you know that the new Avengers movie coming out on the same day. So Claire obscure probably change their release date. Do you guys see anything wrong with movies or games changing their release date to bypass or dodge something that's big that's coming out? And they were particularly talking about GTA and games moving their self from getting in front of GTA, and how some games may suffer now because Silksong's out, and some of these games are releasing around Silksong. So you believe when it's another big project coming out that games or movies should change their release date?
I think they got to do what they got to do. They do it for a reason. As a consumer, I have almost no say over what the companies choose to do. If they're going to change their date, they're going to change their date. If it makes them more money, if it makes their release more successful, I get it.
Okay.
Does it make it more successful though? I don't know. Like people are gonna be spending money no matter what, or people are gonna be playing it no matter what. I didn't hear that about Silksong. I actually heard man, it was the price of the game that was the issue, and about like sorry, kind of changing topic. So the price of Silksong was $20, and so like other indie developers were actually complaining not necessarily about the release date, but it's like, well, I was gonna sell my game for $20, but Silksong is such a big game, and they're selling it for $20. Like you're setting a precedent. Like, so should my game be cheaper? So I don't know where exactly I was going with this, but like I don't think. Well, I just
that happens to all of us.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think the release date is a big deal. Like, I mean, if three games that I've been anticipating come like or were released on the exact same day, I would get all 3 games. Will I play all 3 games at the same time? No, maybe. I mean, I'll give all 3 games a shot again because I'm the type of gamer that's just like hyper focused on like one game, and I can't go between like 3 or 4 games at the same time. But I mean, to me, it wouldn't influence my decision on whether or not I buy a game, whether it's in October or, a couple months from now. I think most gamers have that mentality. Personally, you're wrong.
I very rarely buy games, so it's kind of tough for me to answer the question because I think I mentioned before, like I've got my 5 or 6 like ones that I stick with, and at my current rate, I think I'm at like 1 game a year, maybe. I think, and my 1 game this year was Civ 7. No, I got Claire Obscure as well. So I guess I'm 2 games this year. 2 games.
But Johnny, in your example, I mean, this is a horrible example, but if a movie's coming out in this Super Bowl weekend, you would still release your movie? That would tend to probably be a horrible decision if that would happen.
Yeah, I think there are only so many hours in a day, and if people are wanting to sit in a theater and watch a film and it's released at the same time, so I feel like films and games are so different in how you consume them that I don't know. I guess I'm sure they're doing it for a reason. I suspect that they're not just. Because it makes a lot of sense for movies to release on different days because you go to the theater and you sit down for 2 hours. Sometimes you want to watch another movie after that, but it's probably less likely that people are going to want to do a double feature instead of just go for 1 2-hour film or whatever. Games are a little bit different because you can pick them up and put them down whenever you want to. So my good faith presumption is that the marketers out there know what they're doing and are doing this because it makes them more money. But I don't know. They could have mistranslated what makes a lot of sense for movie releases onto games.
In this specific example, they were talking about both, but they were talking about like how people move their games from GTA, but you're still. One developer said it was stupid because you're still spending money. So if my game's complete, but I don't want it to reach when GTA is out, so now my game's finished and I'm losing money because I haven't put it out. I'm losing money because it's not out. And then other one said the opposite, which I am in agreement with. If in this Avengers game coming out and it's a little, I don't know, some little PI movie that's got this Avengers movie, coming out, I'm not going to release it at the same time. As well as with GTA 6. That's why a lot of people are all right. GTA 6 is here. We're releasing it before. Borderlands waited to announce their release date because GTA 6 was supposed to come out. Now that it's been pushed back, now Borderlands is coming out. You don't want people to take away from your game or whatever like that. I wouldn't do it. I think it's personally, I think it's smart to not release during GTA, Call of Duty. A lot of people try to bypass Call of Duty because that, as Caroline said, that's one thing. She has the money to get all three. A lot of people don't have enough money to get 1, 2, or 3. So it's like I'm going to scrounge up my cash, my 60, 70 bucks, and I only can get one of these games. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just get Call of Duty, and whatever the other game is, I'm going to probably not get until, a little bit of time now. So
I feel like it's also going to be a little genre specific. So like, again, people are getting GTA, or people are excited for GTA 6. I mean, it looks good. I'm like, am I going to get it on the release date? No, but if there's something else that gets released that's a different genre that's more appealing to me, I would get that over GTA 6 in a heartbeat.
Yeah, me too. I told you. I mean, I like it, but it's not really a game that I would gravitate towards, So if there's something better fitted for me, if Gears of War and GTA came out the same day, I'm getting Gears of War. I mean, It's not even a thought. So, and I think Gears is coming out next year, which is perfect.
I think it's probably about hype management. I think it's about if one game comes out and everybody's buzzing about it, more people are going to sell it. That sort of more people are going to buy it. So I think it's all a psyop. It's always a psyop. I think it's just trying to facilitate as many people getting as enthusiastic about one game as possible, so that there's like the wildfire sort of effect, that more people want to get that game. So that's my best bet as to why it probably is important with games too to release at different times.
Our last topic before we get to the last duel, we'll go over real quick. Metacritic again released all Nintendo's franchises ranked from least popular or whatever, least popular to what they consider popular at the number 1. So we're gonna go over the top 5 and just tell me what's your most popular Nintendo franchise, or do you have a problem with the top 5? I personally do with number 1, but that neither here nor there.
Showing this list, right?
What was that?
You're showing this
list.
Oh
yeah, I'm showing this list. I got it up already. I'm showing this list. I got a problem with number 1 and 2, to be honest, and I like number 2. I think I got a problem with it. Right.
Sorry, these are top 10 Nintendo games?
This is top franchise. Nintendo franchises ranked from least popular to popular.
Okay.
So like I'll go all the way up. Number 44, I think, was like Pokemon Rumble or something like that. Sorry. Number 44 is like Pokemon Rumble.
What's Pokemon Rumble?
Yeah, never heard of it.
Something I've never played. I watched the whole video on this thing, but it's
looks like a mobile game or something.
55.5. All right.
Yeah. So Pokemon Rumble, 55.5 average score, and they go over everything. Pokemon Master Dungeon. I do know what this is. 52.9.
Yeah, I've seen a couple speedruns of that.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like Pokemon in general as a
that's a problem. We're gonna talk about that. That's a problem I have with it. They were a little selective with some things. So number 1 is Legend of Zelda.
Makes sense.
I have no issue with that, by the way. Not that you're surprised.
Smash Bros.
Okay.
Number 3, which should be number 1. Sorry, is sorry, I didn't say that. Number 3 is Mario. Number 4 is Xenoblade Chronicles, which I've never played, by the way, so I don't.
I don't have. It's
so good.
And number 5 is, it speaks for itself. That guy on the card speaks for itself.
I'm surprised Mario Kart isn't higher, to be honest. I thought Mario Kart was going to be higher.
Number 5, we'll just go through top 10, and then if it's something else, Pushmo. I just learned about this. Pushmo.
What the heck is that?
Pushmo. Pushmo is number 6.
What?
7 is Nintendo Wars, aka Advance Wars.
Where's Metroid?
I guess 8. Looking at this list, I guess what I'm realizing is that there aren't that many franchises.
F-Zero, those are the 44.
F-Zero is a big franchise.
Number 8. Hold on, but there's some couple qualms I got with this list. We'll talk about it in a second. Number 9, Metroid.
There it is.
9 is Metroid, really?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Is that you're saying what, like a bad thing or what, like a good thing?
Why? How is it not higher? Metroid
exactly.
Metroid's got aura.
I can tell you how.
Aura's the word of the day.
Oh, Johnny, man. Number 10 is Mario and Luigi. So I got a couple problems before we get through it. I'm gonna keep this up so you can see it.
There's Paper
I was
Mario.
like, where's
just
Paper
about to ask,
Mario?
where's Paper
Where's
Mario?
Paper
Yeah.
Mario.
Paper
So
Mario.
so this is in a perfect example. This is Pokemon. This is the perfect example why this list doesn't work for me. Look at all this.
12?
Look
Goodness.
Because
Look
the
at
way
11. It's a tie for 11 with what? Oh no, with Paper Mario there at top. But this list doesn't work for me because look at the list. These are the Pokemon games, and then they're basing it on the amount of games. These two can't go against each other when they should have took like the top 5 of each game. This only has it was like 20 Pokemon games, and when you go down, Mario and Luigi is like 7 or 8 of those.
That's gonna mess up the average for sure.
That doesn't make for me. And then they split up some franchises.
Yeah, looking at Metroid there's 3 games in there that were stinkers that sort of pulled the whole score down. So it's like, I guess all I'm learning, the thing I'm learning most from today's episode is that Metacritic is bad.
Who are these critics?
Right. Yeah, their lists don't make sense. Their critics are shills. And there's probably no redeeming qualities about anything about Metacritic ever.
So like Mario Golf, I feel like they should have did this. Like Mario Golf has 5 games. Take 5 games from each franchise and then do it. Pokemon has 20 something games. Like that's not even fair. And they still rank high, which is amazing, but that messes up the average, as Caroline said. Yeah. So my question to you guys anyway is, what's your top Nintendo franchise?
I mean, Zelda's gonna be number 1 for me. Smash Brothers would probably be number 2, along with Pokemon.
Okay.
Along with Pokemon, and then Metroid's gonna be up there for me. Xenoblade Chronicles. You guys aren't familiar with it? I played all 3 games. Well, there's a 4th game out. That was a remake. It is a very good JRPG. The story is very compelling. The mechanics of the game is actually very different than your typical RPG. So it's not turn-based. It's like it's all like real time, and you're automatically attacking, but then you're strategizing on like just different like your special moves, and like you're utilizing like the characters in your party to like assist you. It's really I think I didn't really describe it well, but I think it's great. The story is great. It's not, man, it's kind of complicated. But it's like it's one of those series where you have to play the first game to understand the second game, and you definitely have to play the first and second game to understand the third game of what's going on. So like you get engaged throughout the whole series. And I mean, I don't know. I really like the characters. I would put Xenoblade as one of my top 5 as well. Mario Kart's going to be up there for me too. I will say I thought that was going to be higher. And the reason is I say that is because there's such a big following for Mario Kart, and actually even Smash Brothers. Like they still have tournaments and stuff like that. I'm sure there are Mario Kart tournaments everywhere. So it's surprising that they're low on that list. But again, when you look at the averages and how they score everything, it's weird. Like I don't know. I don't like it. To your point, I think it should be like the top 5 and like get the top 5 best scores and then see what that list looks like. I mean, we can do it right now. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it and post in our chat and be like, this is what the actual list looks like.
Right. Johnny, favorite Nintendo or best, for you?
Yeah, I guess for me it would have to be Smash Brothers. I think just based on how much time I put into it, Smash Brothers was like a community event for me and my friends. Like we would get together and have like Smash drafts, and like, well, so they did a lot longer than I did, and then I finally came in to fold, and so people get together on weekends and like pick characters and play all night and that sort of thing. So for me, it's got to be Smash, I think, and I don't think there's any
Smash draft. Like you would just get all.
Yeah, so I'm glad you asked. So we would I think we would draw cards to see who got to pick first, and then we would go down the list like serpentine style. So the first person would pick their character that they wanted to play. Second person would pick a character.
Okay.
And we'd go up and down the list until the whole roster was picked up, was chosen. And then we would have our matches. And then if you lost, you would lose that character, and you could only play the other characters on your list throughout the night. So if you lost all your characters, you're done. And one of my friends, his name's Andrew. He really got into it and started 3D printing out trophies for these. It was super cool. So yeah, we had a great time doing those. I eventually had to bow out because they were like too competitive. They were too stressful for me. So I eventually stopped going.
That's awesome.
Here we got a video right here. So if it will load up. While this is trying to load up, my favorite. Man.
Did Andre freeze?
Oh yeah, I think he froze. I think when he clicked share on the video.
What were your other favorite franchises then? What would be your top 5?
Zelda is up there for me. Yeah. It's so specifically Nintendo franchises. Mm-hmm. Zelda and Pokemon are definitely up there. Yeah. Gosh. I was surprised we didn't see Animal Crossing in like the top 12. Animal Crossing.
Yeah. Why wasn't Animal Crossing on there?
Right. Yeah. Because I was thinking that was competing for number 1 for me, honestly.
Animal Crossing was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I mean, but Pokemon should be way up there too, right? I don't know how.
Sorry. What was it? Pokemon was 11. I think it should have at least hit top 10.
Yeah, and I think it must have been like what Andre was talking about, that like with so many games, it's gonna
bring down the score.
Right.
Andre, where was Animal Crossing?
Let me bring it up real quick. Metacritic. Had to be top 20, I'm assuming, but I hope so. I mean, I hope so. I figured it would be top 5. 23.
What?
Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival for the Wii U, which is a horrible error, had a 46, so that brought the scores down.
I see.
Oh.
So
all the Wii U games.
Speaking of something, go ahead. Sorry.
What was number 6? I forgot the name of that series. I'm not the one that we both, all 3 of us, have never heard of.
I can't even.
Pushmo.
Pushmo, yeah, Pushmo.
No, what is that?
Pushmo.
How many games were in that series? Like,
Pushmo has 4 games. See, something like that leads it to be in the top of it. 4 games that were all good: 90, 86, 80, 83. So of course
everything's just rage bait, man. I think they're just intentionally trying to piss people off. Like I said, everything's a psyop. You can't trust anything. They're just trying to upset us with ridiculous entries in this list.
So I don't know if y'all have ever done this. This is how I think they should do tournaments and fighting game tournaments. Me and my friends, all the people you guys know, we love doing this. I don't know if you guys ever did this, but so in Smash Bros. Melee, they had the tournament mode. So this is how we played it. You put your name or whatever, whoever your name tag is. So you put that in. It does that, correct? Yes. And then this is how it was separated.
Mm-hmm.
So then they had 4-player matches. But then you would play and all right, this is Carolina's Falco. She might get against Yoshi, who's a computer, or she might have drawn Johnny in round 1, which usually is like, damn, I draw the human character. So sometimes we would have 5 people, sometimes we would have 25 people. So then everyone spread around. You don't know who you're fighting. If you get to play a computer, you got lucky. If you didn't get to play a computer, you got to play a human player. You might go through every round having to play a human player, which sucks. But I love this, and I wish they still had this in Smash Bros. So this is how we used to do our tournaments. So Johnny, I know you said picking people. This is what we did. We did a tournament. Everybody spread out, and then everybody just battle and see who's the winner at the end.
It's 1-on-1 with items.
We did. Everybody didn't like playing with items. I think you should play with items, but everyone didn't play with items. So, and we played once again. We didn't play stock because we didn't want to know who was winning at the end. So if you got stock, obviously, I still got 1 stock left. Blah blah blah. We just played time, and once the time is up, that GameCube controller starts shaking, and you're like, oh, and then It was a whole bunch of I told you, I tell you, and a whole bunch of smack talk, man. Way too much, man. Flipping stuff. It was, oh man, it was a
That's
good
late
old
nights
days.
in LA for me for sure.
Good old days. But getting back to that, Mario to me, I mean, the poster boy. You guys always ask that question: is it? Do we know this character? Will a normal person know this character? So, I mean, to me, he should be the top franchise. And when I look on this list, and when I go in my Switch game library, and I see Mario Golf, Mario Tennis, Mario Kart, Mario, I mean, that just to me that speaks for itself. That's my favorite. I'm also biased because I really don't mess with Zelda. I know Caroline, I'm sorry. I really don't mess with Zelda. So not that I dislike Zelda, it's just not for me. But and I think Animal Crossing should be way higher as well. I love the Animal Crossing games. So and Tom Nook the Crook, watch out for him, man. If you don't know him, watch out for him.
You know what? They had a bunch of Animal Crossing characters, like as a plushie in the Nintendo store in New York.
Yeah.
Except for Tom Nook. I was actually surprised.
Well, a kid at school, she brought in the thing, and they not used to people knowing all this little stuff. Like I still play games. They're not used to their teachers knowing that stuff. Teachers sometimes older, different demographics, whatever. I'm like, I said, is that Tom Nook? And she's like, yes, that's Mr. Nook, Mr. T. And I'm like, watch out for him. I said, just watch out for him, man. He steal your money. He'll take your money, man. I don't trust that dude. All right. No hints today. It's a hard one. I had 2 games picked out. I'm going with the other game next time when BJ and D'Lo are here because it's that's a game that I think all 4 would be better for. But I had 2 choices and something reminded me of this 2 days ago now. So we're gonna get started. No hints though.
No hints.
Did it come out before 2015?
It did.
Okay.
What was the other question you usually ask?
Gosh, I don't know. Do I have another typical one? I think I got a list of ones that I've been going through at the beginning here. The next one I was thinking about asking was, does it have guns in it? Which probably does it have guns in it? Does the game have guns in it? Okay.
For 2015. Is it part of a franchise?
Oh, that is a good question. I think so. Just keep that going because there's a lot of interesting. Think of something else.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
Is it a first-person shooter?
Yes.
Okay. Before 2015, first-person shooter. I am curious about the franchise question, what the answer would be.
Right.
Is this a realistic game?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Lasers or zombies or space or.
Yeah, so that rules out a lot.
Johnny, what was your last question again?
Is it a realistic game?
Okay, no. Yeah, it's part of a franchise.
It is
yes, part of a franchise. No, not a realistic game.
Yeah. So you guys said before 2015, is it has guns and is
first-person shooter?
First-person shooter and okay. Yep.
It's not realistic.
Let's see. Sorry, is it before 2000?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Doom?
I'm thinking Doom, right? That's the first thing that came to mind. Yeah. Are there demons in the game?
Are there demons in the game? I'm going to, based on the definition I'm looking at right here, I'm going to say yes. Based on the definition I'm looking at right here, yes.
I don't like that answer.
It's like, were the demons in Doom?
I think all the enemies were demons. I think.
Oh, was that okay? Okay. So Doom is still good. Possibly.
I think Doom is still in the running. Though I'm not sure why he answered like that for Doom though. So I'm a little scared off of it now.
And first-person shooter
Before 2000.
or 2000. Weren't that many first-person shooters in before 2000, were there?
Ooh. Okay. Does this game? I'm trying to think of a good question because if it's not Doom, it could be Quake.
Oh, I've never played Quake, but I know of the series. What was Quake?
Quake and Doom were very, very similar. I actually never played Quake either, but I know that it's very popular among similar circles.
Blank is often cited as one of the best video games ever made.
That's our hint.
I'm gonna give you that too.
Did we mention it in the podcast today?
At all
today?
Yes.
Okay, so it might be Doom or Quake.
Or Perfect Dark.
Could be Perfect Dark. Is there a pre-2000? There was an N64 Perfect Dark. Was that?
Yes,
was
there was
that
an
pre-2000?
N64. That was pre-2000. I think it was like 1998, 1999.
Okay. Was this game on video game consoles excluding PC? Like, was it not on PC?
Was this game? So is this game not on PC? I think that's the first time y'all asked.
Yeah. So when this game released, was it on everything? But was it on anything but PC? Was it not on PC? Yeah. So like on console, like did it have a cartridge for consoles?
Or CDs or.
When they released it, I'm gonna count this as a question. When they released it, was on PC as well.
Okay.
So yes.
Okay.
That's how I'm gonna take the question.
Okay.
Does that rule out Perfect Dark?
I think it rules out Perfect Dark. I think.
I don't remember Perfect Dark being on the PC.
Yeah.
Was Doom on PC?
Yes.
Doom was on PC, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Quake. How else can we rule out Doom? And was there more than one Doom before 2000?
So he said it definitely. He said it was part of a franchise, but if it was Doom, he would know that straight away.
He would know
right?
that for sure.
So I'm leaning more toward Quake maybe now.
Well, I don't know anything about Quake.
Does this game have a like crazy speedrunning scene? Like, is there a speedrunning scene for this game? You might have to look that up.
I can't answer that because I don't know. So I'm gonna let you ask something else. I'm gonna let you go with something else. I don't know about the speedrunning.
Does this game have a convention named after it? That's a pretty specific question.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Convention?
Yeah, QuakeCon. Let's see.
Oh.
Gosh, is there anything else I need to ask?
Does the name of the game start with a Q?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Is this the first game in the series?
Yes.
Okay. I think we're ready.
All right. Yeah. So, is it Quake?
It is Quake. You guys are smart, man. You guys are smart. I like to see it.
All right. All right.
So, Johnny, the funny thing is, I was watching a video last week on YouTube, and I told Dana that I want to go to QuakeCon. I didn't know they all bring their own PCs, and it's just a LAN party. I was like, this is like right up my alley. Like, I would love to just carry my thing. You see all these people getting on the plane with their computers. I'm like, I would just enjoy that whole thing. It was pretty sweet. I knew about QuakeCon, but I didn't know that's what they did. So
I've never heard of QuakeCon. Like, so it's just a big LAN party. So every year they meet and just have a big LAN party still to this day.
Yeah, that's the people I seen. They had their PCs. It was just a big open area. This is Quake Champions. This is a version of Quake that I brought up. Newer version, obviously, with fresher graphics, not the 96 version.
Fat Boy Slim.
But I didn't know. I knew Zoom had it said the demonic beast on Quake, so I didn't So I was like, I don't know. But yeah, Quake. This was the one that I thought was hard, but Johnny said it pretty early, so I thought this was gonna be a harder one.
I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have guessed it.
In terms of the early influential shooters, there's two. It's Doom and Quake. So yeah, nice, good one.
Yeah. So
Ooh.
you guys did good on the little streak, man. So we ran a little bit over, but it's all good for Johnny and Caroline. We will see you guys next week. Have a good day, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye.